Is it going? I think I'm live now. Oh, hold on. I got to figure some of this stuff out still. All right. How's that look? All right. See, not bad. Should have somebody in here before too long. I think. Let's see how quiet it is. My microphone working. Let's see here. Meow. What microphone? Supposed to be this one. Hello. All right. Well, once I get somebody in here, see if Nate pops in, see if they can hear me at all. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if Nate can hear me. Hey, how we doing today? Just kind of still setting up a little bit. Sorry. Can you hear me at all, by the way? Five by five. Perfect. Awesome. Well, I clearly don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to set up a little bit still. As you can see, my beautiful shop. I might still need this. I'm not sure how much people can actually hear me. So yeah. But this today is just going to be a little, kind of an update system. And then I think that probably going to explain a little bit maybe of what's going on with my core drill, because I know that some of my friends have been kind of interested in that. And so, yeah, we'll be showing you that. But as you can see, just a little layout here. I've got Frank the Tank here. That's my, it's kind of like a, what do you call those things? It's like a bull wheel, because it's just a flat plate. Can't really move my camera too much because, I don't have a great setup yet. So, and then in the back there, you can see the saw, which is going to probably stay there. But we just got oriented with all this stuff. And so I'm not really sure how I'm going to set everything up. I do know that this back shelf is going to come down. This table with all the sphere machines needs to go push back just a little bit because I still want some access back there, but it's primarily going to be used as storage. But I do know that I need a lot more space in between this. Frank's actually going to be given to my sister here soon. So that will be gone. But for the most part, this is the shop, and there's a lot of work to do still. But the reason I wanted to do this live stream today is basically because we're buying a Sunstone mine, me and my buddy Brian, and then I've got my brother came in last minute and decided that he wanted to be a part of this. And so we reached out and we're, picked our claim already, and everything's going to be pretty awesome. We're still in the middle of, the purchase and everything like that. And so what I'm going to be doing is, giving you guys constant updates on what this is and what the process is, the little fun things you got to deal with. And also what we're going to have when it comes to things like, updating the claim and everything like that, because you have to renew your claim every year. And then I'm also going to be getting a Starlink, and that way we can go out into the desert to the claim itself and be doing some live streams out there. Because I know that a lot of people are interested in what's going on. So this is also why I'm trying to get live streams going right now, so we can kind of figure all this out. I think it's going to be a little bit easier to figure it out here rather than in the desert, where we're going to be running off of generators and solar and all stuff like that. Plus, it's way dustier out there. It's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to have to figure out in general. So it's going to be cool, but it's going to take a while. Now, during the off season, because, you can't really dig sunstones in the snow, this is where all this comes in, this beautiful glory right here. So let me see if I can adjust this camera just a little bit. Okay, so all these machines right here, look at all those sphere machines right here. And I got another one in the back right next to the saw. So right there, I've got another sphere machine. So that makes 4 in total, right? And so what's going to happen is in the off season, we're going to be taking all these guys right here and getting them running. I've already got But what do we got here? Oh, geez, I lost the audio. Is it back now? Oh man, it was all new. Definitely appreciate it, man, or person. So yeah, there's going to be definitely some adjustments that are going to need to be figured out. But yeah, I think that I've got a little lapel mic that I might be able to hook up, but I'm actually running on a laptop. I mean, this is what my current streaming setup is. I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. But hey, we got to start somewhere, right, everybody? And this is where I'm just like going to figure it out. Fortunately, my buddy Nate, he used to do the live streaming on Twitch or Kick or something like that. And so, yeah, if that mic down, we could hear you, mate. Okay, so does that. Because I think I might have it on a funky setting to where, like, I might need to increase things. Oh, that's perfect right there. Great. Excellent. So much appreciation. But yeah, this is going to probably have to get figured out. You know what I mean? Because this is a tough one. So yeah, here's the idea though. Right behind you, we got a core drill here on the stand. It's a little big. Maybe I can show you the stand. But you see that where the extension cords are? This is just the stand right here. Very heavy plate on the bottom there. And then what I've got is, here's the actual core drill itself. Oh, it's pretty dark there, isn't it? So yeah, it's massive. We strap this thing on, and then we get these big boys back here. And we're going to drill a massive hole in some of these big boulders that we're finding, right? And then once we have like the actual core, suppose I probably could have set up for this a little better, huh? But what we'll do is we'll get like a core, and then we'll put this in the machine and we'll actually drill it again. And that gives us this funky little shape right here. That's like a spheroid. Once we get that set up, we're going to put it in. The idea is I'll have this be one stage, this be one stage, that be one stage. And then the final machine that will do all the polish, that will actually, I can swap out cups on that one. So then I don't have to retool every single machine as I'm going. It's just a huge pain. And so, but like I said, the cups, I mean, we're talking about, let's see, it's like $1,200 to $1,300 per size if you get all of the stages. 8 stages times $60 a cup times 3. It gets expensive fast. And so I've got to figure out a way to make it work, right? I don't have all the money in the world. That's the fun part about Rockhound. Cool thing is in acquiring all these machines, people were in pretty much the same spot as I was. And they're like, oh man, these cups are way too expensive, right? So what they've done is they've started making their own cups out of stuff like PVC parts. And so you can see here, kind of, yeah, just a PVC part. And then they put a threaded reduction in there. And then that could slap on the machine like this. You get 3 of them. Then you get a little bit of the, what are these things? These polishing pads right here. And you'll cut whatever your ring size is. Right? It's just the polishing pads. You know what? Put a better light up there. If I'm going to show you stuff, I can move this or something into light. Because every time I try to show you guys, it's dark. Yeah, so you can see that texture right there? Yeah, there we go. That's at least a little better. But yeah, so you'd have that on there. You get your 3 cups on there. Bing, bang, boom. And so you just run it through the polishing. A lot cheaper. But you also kind of have to know what you're doing, right? And so I've spent a bunch of money getting a bunch of things that I didn't need, you know. And now I have like these massive PVC parts, which were like, you know, $4 a piece. And you get these ones in here that were another, you know, $1.89 or something. Because of course, who uses these? These are really random parts. This one goes from like, yeah, it's like a 2-inch to a 1-inch reduction. That's a massive reduction. Most people aren't going to be doing stuff like that. You know, not your typical irrigation guys. So, and these big elbow joint things, yeah, the expensive, weird parts. Nobody uses them, but we use them. And now I've got 3-inch cups on the way, the grinding cups, which, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that I switched a bunch of stuff around. But now these big random parts that I bought, tried to put together, you know, these are 4.5-inch. And so this is actually the high end on the size that range that I'll be doing. So I'm pretty stoked about it, actually. I'm like, hey, thanks, past self. You helped out. Now I still got to I'm still going to have to put the, you know, cut out the little rings and do all that stuff. But, you know, as opposed to spending a bunch of money, yeah, better. It's not to say that I'm not going to want to, you know, eventually get all the cups from Highland Park. But, you know, that's going to take a while. So we're going to have to just piece it out. But yeah, I did want to see about pulling the old core drill stand out, or at least making it visible to you guys so you can see, give you a little breakdown, because this is actually a home build. And I know that my buddy, currently Rockhounding, was interested in knowing what was going on with that. So I don't know if he's around or whatever, but, you know, we'll see. And let me see what we got here. Oh, yeah. DIYs for days. That's all these people do. There's a sphere group that I'm part of on Facebook just because I'm trying to learn all this stuff. And, I mean, they've got so many different random things that they're doing. It's pretty neat. You can learn a lot, especially when it comes to the machine building themselves. The one I haven't seen too much, though, is like, you know, anybody going on the higher end stuff, like the hydraulic, because that would be pretty awesome. But you're also talking super expensive overkill type stuff, you know. And then, yeah, I wanted to kind of show you guys just what's happening with the shop, but I don't think my camera wire is actually going to be long enough. So let me see. Yeah, if we can set this up. All right, there. Now it's a little funky. You can see this is a 10-inch saw. And oh yeah, it's crazy. You know, and actually I've looked at some of those because I wanted to see how they're doing it themselves. Like, because we've got three-headed sphere machines here, and it seems like for the most part what they're doing is they have, you know, one rotational, you know, one thing that the sphere sits on, and it just spins because it's getting grabbed, and then they apply whatever they're on and just kind of move that up and down, you know, all around, and then yeah, it gets done. Seems like 3 might be easier, but I'm not sure. I haven't really tried it yet. I haven't even really got to use these machines, to be honest. But you can see back on this one, we got some homemade cups where it's like, oh yeah. Right here, you can see what that is it's like a diamond brazing. And so you can get those rods, and then you can use all these metal cups, and they're going to last you a lot longer. But in general, yeah. Now you got to buy these and everything. So in the long run, it's like there's always this trade-off. You got to figure out which you're going to go. But the main thing is getting everything up and running so I can get. Oh, geez. Oh, there you go. Sorry. I need to get this whole shop up and running, so then we can be doing something in the off season. Expanding to 4 machines was pretty big deal. I'm pretty stoked about it, but now we've got a lot of work that we're going to have to do, because I do want to get all these things cleaned up. Because, tell you the truth, like having one gray, 2 wood colored ones, and then a circular one kind of drives me a little bit crazy. And so we're going to have to switch that up. But, we'll clean these up. And there's some really interesting features about these things, too. You can tell, even though these are home built, whoever was doing it was, they were thinking. They knew what they're doing. They seem pretty solid, even though they're pretty lightweight. And I think they'll be able to do pretty decent sizes. As you can see, this one's out a little bit, but I think that we'd probably be able to slide it out a little bit. And if you make your cups a little bit smaller, probably be all right. But yeah, overall, this one back here is actually going to be the machine that we're going to be using for the larger spheres. So I think that one, I'm able to go maybe up to about 6 inches, something like that. It's a pretty big ball. But getting that kind of material is going to be way harder, because it's just rocks fracture. I don't know how many times I've gone through trying to, even get just a nice slab, and it's just, broken. Even if it's not broken, because it can refuse, but it still doesn't mean it's great. So yeah, this will be like the wintertime project, because the rock hounding around here in Southern Oregon, the best time to do it is in winter, because you don't have all the poison oak, you don't have 110-degree heat during the summer. It's not all super dry. And actually the ground, when it's a little bit greener, makes the agates and everything pop. Any kind of color that's not green is a whole lot easier to see. Plus, a lot of the moisture gets locked up in the mountains, and so the streams are a little bit lower. So if you want to go check things out, it's just going to be the rain that fills those up. Yeah, for the most part, we're going to be focusing most on mining sunstones and that whole operation, because I think that there's a lot of cool stuff that's going on with that. And if you've ever seen the Oregon sunstones, they're pretty awesome. And in fact, the last video I just did, that I did mention that we were buying the mine, but I didn't have enough footage to really put the video together like I wanted to, because I did mention this, but basically I had a problem for the past few years, technical issues, full-blown technical issues. And at first it was my computer died, and then the next problem was, it was like, even though I spent $3,500 and bought a really awesome graphics card and everything like that, I still wasn't able to edit my videos, and I couldn't figure it out. So what I decided to do is do a little research, like I should have in the beginning. And come to find out, the whole time, the biggest problem is that it was the codec in which I was recording. And so now that that's been taken care of, I'll be able to get more videos out much more quickly. And, of course, it being winter, I can do that even quicker because it's around here. But during the summer, since I can't really rock hound around here as much, that's where it's time to move on and start moving on to bigger, better things. Plus, all my friends love digging. And it's great. We're going to find some good sunstones, and hopefully we'll be able to share them with you guys as well. Now, the cool part is like, we're going out there and there's nothing. There's no pit. There's nothing. It's dirt. So what we're going to be doing is there's another miner out there who just so happened to buy a very expensive new tool that is extremely important to us, because we've got cap rock. So you got like 6 to 8 inches of topsoil. Then you have your cap rock, which who knows how thick that can be, because it's a variable, thickness, because it's a flow, right? So it could have been thin in this one spot and, 10 times thicker in the next one. It's just the way it works. So that basalt flow, we got to get through that to get to the next basalt flow, which has the yummies. Has the gemstones in it. And so because it's really expensive to get through that cap rock. We're bringing in some help. And he's got a brand new, like, jackhammer attachment for his massive excavator. And so it's going to just come in there, take it out, no problem, pop, 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 pop. And then there you go. There's your pit. And so depending on how things look, we might have him, maybe start a couple pits for us, because then that way we can go in there and, if we're just like kind of bored with one pit, go over there or whatever. Or if we're just really, really doing well, it's like, hey, let's go over there and see if we're getting in another color. Because the cool part is with Oregon Sunstone, it's because of that copper inclusion. It can have a wide variety of color. So, clears and yellows and everything like that, but those can have like a little bit of the copper inclusions in it, that schiller. And that's like the, kind of like the labradorite, because that's what it is. But it can go all the way into the reds, the greens, and it can be chunky sized stones. And so we're going to hopefully be getting into a variety of colors. And so then that way we can also not only, make the money, but I want to be able to show you guys what's up and show you, okay, see how we were just right over there and we were pulling out red. Yeah, look, now we're over here and we're pulling out green. Why? What do you think was going on here? Because, I bet you, we talked to enough geologists and we talked to, get out and reach out to the community and stuff. And I bet you they'll tell us exactly what's going on. And that's interesting to me. So, and if it's interesting to me, well, then percentage of you guys watching will be interesting to you. So let's see. How far from their mines? Do you have any big machines? So I don't have any big machines. I've got a small tractor that we're probably going to be using for like processing or something whenever we can. And I think that because Lakeview is pretty close, we'll probably be renting machines when we need. But yeah, for the most part, we don't have any big machines. And then how far from their mines? Well, ours are right next door, and that's the best part. Yeah, how the copper gets in there. Yeah, magic. That's what it is. It's magic. We've known about magic for hundreds of years, and just so happens that that's how copper gets into sunstones. It's magic, and that's why people want them. They think they're magical, and I tend to agree with them. In fact, they have extra magic in them. It's pretty good. Aliens, yes, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's aliens. Alien magic, in fact. This guy. He makes me laugh every time. So yeah. Hopefully we're going to be doing these live streams like every Saturday or something like that. But I don't know, because just trying to get stuff done. But once I can start getting the sphere machines actually going, what I'm going to try to do is make a bunch of preforms. And then like on Saturday night or something like that, I'll be able to come into the shop here, do a little chit chat to where it's not so wonky and I'm not having microphone and darkness problems, here. Geez, super dark. But this thing's a webcam. I don't know what I'm doing. I still need to buy something. So maybe I'll get some help from Nate or something like that. But yeah, once I can get everything kind of rolling, then it will be like, Sphere Saturdays or something like that. I don't know. I'm not, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm still on a laptop in here. My good computer's at the office. So yeah. But I think it's going to work out in the long run, because 4 machines, we can get a whole thing going. We could be, hanging out, doing different types of stones. And I know that everybody loves it because I see it on Instagram and stuff. But when you see the ball spinning and everything like that, and it does the slow motion, and you're like, ooh, yeah, a little drip of water on there. Looks super cool, especially in those polished stains when it's just like glossy as it gets. I'm just kind of spinning different directions. Yeah, super neat. I like it. But, the primary sizes that we're going to be doing is probably from about 2-inch to 4.5-inch. I don't want to really buy material. It's expensive. I mean, there's a place right down the road from me that they sell massive rock. But even then, it's like when you're buying stuff by the pound and you're buying rock, rocks are heavy. So I'm not really sure. Really want to be doing that. Plus, it's not as fun. What am I going to do? Be like, hey guys, guess what? We're going to the store today. Let me show you what we got going on. It's boring, And then shoot everything from a Galaxy 23, no tech. Yep, 100%. 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. For my phone, that's what all of my videos are, is the S23. And I like it, except for, like I was talking about earlier, that codec issue. That is just ridiculous. Oh my God, it makes me so irritated. And then the other thing, it's got some weird sound thing. I don't know why, but like if it's raining or something and I'm trying to record, it will do this weird, like, multiple echoey type thing. It just totally ruins the sound. It's dumb. That's Speed Obsidian. Makes great spheres. Yeah, actually, so check this out. I went to, I think it was the Klamath Falls Gem and Mineral Show a few years back. And this guy had, like, I don't know, they're probably 8-10-inch spheres. Super nice, just ultra nice. And rainbow obsidian out from Glass Buttes there. And I mean, it was just like, how much do you charge for that? And he's like, oh, these aren't for sale. And it's like, then why are you bringing them here? He's like, just to show you guys. And it's like, yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Those things are awesome. I mean, it's basically a small bowling ball type setup, I mean, it was amazing. And then, yeah, he had like, the way it was oriented, it was like an eyeball, it was super cool. But yeah, I got to figure that stuff out. I mean, but that is one of the places that you can get material big enough to actually do some good sized spheres. And I mean, I've got sphere core drill bits that go up to 5-inch right now. I've got some more coming. But those are all going to be like half sizes. And I think that only went up to like 4.5, but I'm thinking about getting my top end to on the drill to probably be about a 6-inch, because there's some other projects that I would like to do. But yeah, we're just going to have to one step at a time this thing. And ultimately we're going to have to get the mine rolling. And that's going to take a lot of time because there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to build. And fortunately I know some welders and everything, but yeah, that's where a lot of our focus is going to be. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of other live streaming stuff because, let's face it, this is kind of boring. But I do want to be doing updates. Plus rock shops tend to be a little loud. So it's not like I'm going to be turning my saw on back there and then trying to talk with you guys. It just doesn't work. But these are the type of things that we're going to have to, figure out. Plus, I mean, even right now, I'm trying to make sure like everything's good, but it's like I keep looking down because now, my screen's all funky. And so what am I going to do? Sit like this? It's kind of ridiculous. But, we're Rockhounds, not, live streamers or whatever. So I'm not really too worried about it. So yeah. Where are we at here on this? Speed saving next feed. Oh yeah, well we got 3 people watching, so that's cool. And we got some upvotes too, so I love it. Perfect. Yeah, so we're just gonna make this one kind of short, sweet, down to the point. So tell you what's happening. I am gonna be working for this week to try to get this whole live stream set up better. I was actually looking at a camera. But I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna talk with Nate, see what he has to say, because he used to do all this live stream stuff. He might be able to figure it out. I mean, maybe this isn't terrible. I just need to figure out lighting or something like that. And once we get the sound thing, maybe I can get that mobile or get a camera, that we can move around or something. Not really sure, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, I will have another video out here tomorrow, I'm thinking, probably tomorrow afternoon, unfortunately. But yeah, we got another one in the works there. trying to get back to posting every week now that I actually have the computer the codec that works. But the problem with that is I lost probably a terabyte of rockhounding adventures that, I mean, yeah, I suppose I could try to grind through them, but I really don't want to, push my processor to that. And I bet you that's actually what killed my old computer too. So I'm thinking I'm just going to have to junk those. I mean, it sucks, whatever, but it is what it is. Just move forward. Now that I got it figured out, it's going to change everything. So, but yeah, I'm just going to wrap this one up. Say appreciate all you guys, coming out here, viewing everything. I know this is, kind of wonky shop time, but yeah, we're gonna get things figured out. It's gonna be cool, and next season is gonna be so awesome because now that they got the Starlink stuff, we'll be able to just like go out to the desert, set everything up, boom, start digging, and you'll be able to straight up just see what's happening. Because once we get that, that cap rock taken care of and we're actually, digging our own pit, I'll be able to set the camera up. And whenever anybody's taking a break, we'll just go and check comments or whatever's happening, so there's going to be some stuff to figure out there too. But yeah, anyway, all right. Appreciate you guys dealing with it this time. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. Check out tomorrow's video once that gets released, and then we'll be hitting it up next Saturday if I do not pull an old man and fall asleep at like 3:00 in the afternoon. Jeez, I can't believe it. But I must have been tired or something, so it is what it is. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon. Oh yeah, feed digging. Oh geez, thanks for $2, by the way. But feed digging, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I have to talk with my 2 partners there and see what they have to say. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that we're going to be open to that. Especially for you guys that support and everything. I know that you're going to want to come out there and hang out and, wait until we get some of these cut for you. Wait until you see some of these, because like one of my partners, Brian Lucy, you got to go check him out on Instagram or whatever. It's like Brian Lucy Gemstones or something like that. Go check his stuff out because he cuts a lot of Oregon Sunstone. And yeah, we're gonna be having some Sunstones and everything for you guys too, because I like digging them, but I'm sure everybody likes having that nice necklace or jewelry or whatever it is. It's gonna be really awesome. It's gonna be super awesome. And then if you do, we support you. Yes. Well, I appreciate it. And of course, the idea is just like we are a community here. I mean, I know it kind of sounds a little wonky, singing Kumbaya and stuff, but no, I mean, this is what it is. It's a little community. We're just going to go hang out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to dig some rocks. We're going to find some cool stuff. We're going to share with people, and it's all going to be good. You know what I mean? It's just going to be fun. So, yeah. And by the way, we've got a huge team working on things right now, So Brian, my brother, what do you call it? Nate and Danielle's doing things. I think that even, Rockhound Quest might be getting back into the game because, man, he's got family for days. And yeah, that guy, he gets busy. You know what I mean? So sometimes gets pulled away. But yeah. Definitely appreciate it, and we're all going to be having a great mining season. That's for dang sure. And then around here, it's digging time. So, well, it's it's adventure time because now the poison oak's gone. That's the big one. No poison oak. So, all right, everybody. I am going to shut this one down on this time, and I will, like I said, be back again on Saturday. We got another video coming out tomorrow, and then everybody. Check out Brian Dean Gemstones over on Instagram. Check out what he's doing. Oh, and of course, rockhound.com, because, dude, that's Nate and Danielle. So they're going to be doing cool stuff too. All of this is our community. Let's do it. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll be talking soon. Hey. Oh, Mike. Yeah, sorry, dude. I went slow, late to the show. Jeez. Now I don't know what to do. Because it's like, oh, geez. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, guys, we'll talk soon.